Good morning. Happy Peru Bay Day. It's the 12th of April, Sunday. We are one day out from leaving for Sea Otter. I figured for the final part, kind of go over everything I'm doing to prepare for the race. Good or bad for the video. I haven't really started packing. The bike's good to go. I've done all the final prep on that, so in a little while we'll kind of go over what um, I did to prep the bike and spare parts I'm bringing and stuff, and then but for the most part, the video should be just kind of a rough summary of how I pack and prep to go fly to a bike race. So it's a little bit different than my usual, just because we are flying, but it's also nice because Sea Otter obviously is such a big um, event that I feel like I luckily don't have to bring as much as I did to Europe, but still, informative video, fun video to do. So it's early right now, like 6:50. Got up at like 6:30. Um, it's a pretty nice day out here today, so still get a ride in. Did a 4 hour group ride yesterday, just to kind of throttle myself one more time. Last interval session I did was Thursday. We did um, intervals Wednesday, Thursday. And it was nice to have kind of an unstructured hard effort yesterday, and then good cafe time kind of help with. I think lower my stress a little bit too. Obviously it was a fun ride, and then just the camaraderie of a good cafe session with the boys and girls. Uh, Shout out Sarah for showing up. But yeah, just getting ready, and yeah, stress is obviously starting to get there and everything, but so far so good. And yeah, so I'm gonna eat my breakfast. I made some overnight oats. Just honestly, I haven't had overnight oats in a while for whatever reason. It sounded good, so made some overnight oats last night. I'm watching Roubaix right now. Still got 160K to go, 100 miles to go, but yeah. So I'm gonna finish eating, relax a little bit before my ride. Probably try to hit the road here in about an hour or so. But yeah, we'll check back in before or after the ride, something like that, and then we'll go over final preparations. What's up, everybody? It is officially time to start getting packed up. I've done a little bit of staging, just like my normal, my clothes and kit and all that, but it's time to get the bike packed up and ready to go. In terms of actual preparation on it, bike's good to go. I have a freshly waxed Rex Wax chain on there that I broke in on my Rico ride that I did Friday. Friday, just kind of do the last little shakeout. I have another fresh wax chain here that'll be my race chain that'll pack up, and then we should be good to go. I mean, I'll pack up some tools. My dad's bringing a lot of stuff, which makes it a little bit easier for me, just less stuff that I have to bring. But yeah, it's home stretch. Hopefully I don't have too much to do. I don't think I do, but packing always ends up taking just a tad bit longer than you want. But it's still early, a little past noon. Rode 2 hours this morning just to keep the body moving, especially after harder efforts yesterday. Honestly, the weather's super nice. It was cold this morning, but this will be out after Roubaix, so I won't be spoiling anything. It was such a good race. I was kind of kicking the tires a little bit, like, man, do I sit and watch this race and go ride and just watch it afterwards? What I ended up doing was
just riding inside. I think by the time I was done riding, it was like close to 70 degrees outside. Like, it would have been a nice day to go do a spin, especially like a 2 hour ride. But I really wanted to watch Roubaix. It was 1000% worth watching live. So did my little 2 hour ride on the trainer. No regrets on that one. But yeah, feeling good. I'll do a small spin before the flight tomorrow. But yeah, so had my ride. Um, just had lunch. Just made some oatmeal. Just I don't know why I had oatmeal. Also had oatmeal for breakfast, as you guys saw. I just felt like oatmeal. But yeah, so I had lunch after doing a little bit of the staging to get all my other stuff packed up, and now it's time to do the heavy lifting. So I'll get the bike packed up here in my Sicon, however you pronounce it, my ENVE bag. I'll get some tools packed up, and yeah, we'll be good to go. I'm not gonna film me packing it up because it's gonna be embarrassing when it takes me way longer than it should. So I won't record that, but I will check in with you guys when I am done, and you can see the final product for the bike. And then, yeah, I'll go over what I'm bringing, maybe a little bit tool-wise, and then just other stuff. So let me start getting this thing disassembled a bit, ready to get put in the bag, put it in the bag, and then we'll talk a little bit more.
Alright, welcome back. Bike is packed. It took me, I don't know, I'll say like 30, 45 minutes to get everything organized in there. But that also includes like taking it apart and some of the tools, deciding what I wanted to put in there. So yeah, we are packed up and, at least from the bike standpoint, ready to go. So shout out ENVE as always. It was very nice of them to give me this bag for Worlds last year, and it continues to come in handy. We'll use it for Europe, use it for Christmas down in Austin with my girlfriend. So very, very appreciative that I have it. And yeah, it fits in there super nice. Now that I'm running a different seat than what I used in Worlds, it's a little bit smaller, so it actually fits a little bit nicer, which is super nice. But yeah, everything went in fairly smoothly, so hopefully we're under the weight limit. But yeah, I got some of the tools in there, but I got a couple more tools in this little bag, and then just some stragglers. Got my brake rotors back here that I took off the wheels just to be safe. You don't need to, but I like to just not risk it. But yeah, put my backup pair of race shoes in there. I'll keep my race shoes with me. My race shoes, my helmet, and kit. Those will be on my person just worst case. Make sure I have those. Obviously, if I lose a bike, you're kind of SOL. But I do have an air tag in here just to be safe once again. But yeah, that's the bike. Tools wise, some of the stuff I'm bringing, we can go over that. I got my Google Sheet that I use. So, Allen set, torque wrenches, socket bits, a large socket, two cassette tools, lock ring tools, rotor truing tool just in case, tire gauge, portable inflator, towels, chain link tool, tape measure, sharpies, valve core tool, pliers, screwdrivers, tire levers, pocket knife. I have like a Swiss Army knife that my dad got me when I was like 12 years old that I continue to use. It's by far the most used gift I've ever gotten in my life. Like such a small gift, size wise. I mean, it was expensive and nice, super nice Victorian X Swiss Army knife, but man, I use that thing every day. I've probably used it every day for the last, um, damn, I'm about to age myself, but like, yeah, damn near probably 20 years. And things still running good as new. So
shout out my dad for that gift when I was younger. And then what other tools I got in there? Some extra tubeless plugs, zip ties, tape. Um, Both my chains are in there with some chain links. Um, so I got my brake rotors there. Yeah, that should be everything. Some stuff that'll go in my suitcase will be some of the larger stuff that's just a little bit heavier, since we'll already be close to the limit with this. So those will go in my suitcase. We'll throw some extra tires in the suitcase, all my batteries, um, extra tires. I can't remember if I said that. But yeah, that's all the tools I'm bringing. And then packing stuff, we'll go over a little bit when I get up there. But yeah, just my normal cycling kit. I'll bring 5 days worth because we'll be there Tuesday through Saturday and we'll ride every day. Um, Weather's supposed to be nice, so I'll bring like arm warmers and a jacket and stuff just to be safe, but really shouldn't need anything. Gloves, sunglasses, that normal stuff. My Garmin, heart rate monitor, headphones, water bottles, nutrition, sunglass cleaner, chamois cream, my number plate holders, and then just my regular everyday, clothes, toiletries, stuff like that. Headphones, Kindle, some food, just so I know I'll have stuff right away early Tuesday before we go to the grocery store. But yeah, that's kind of everything. So rambled a little bit there. We'll go upstairs. I'll give you the overview of all the stuff I'm bringing as it's currently laid out on my bed, and then I just need to put it in the suitcases. So we'll go over that, and then I'll just kind of talk a little bit, just how we finished off the training, and then yeah, just kind of my mindset going into the race. So we're good to go here. We're gonna get everything back together, go upstairs, and we will talk some more. All right, so I don't need to go over too much on the specifics, but here's everything I'm bringing. So under my bag, well, to start off, got a bag of carb fuel drink mix that I'm bringing. On top of that, I do have some gels and stuff right here that I'm bringing. Just got some extra food, some Sour Patch Kids, some jelly beans, and then some oatmeal packets and some protein powder. Bringing my scale so I can measure everything. So yeah, that's where we're at nutrition wise. I'll bring my gear bag, just helps keep everything organized even when we're there. Got my race suits and jersey bibs from Nopinz. I'll bring a road suit, some gravel suits, and just a jersey and bib, not fully sure what I'll run on race day. Most likely a gravel suit, maybe just jersey bib. We'll see. But no matter what, it's going to be Nopinz. It's going to be fast. Just some towels, just in case. My massage gun. Under here, some more. Got some base layer, some jackets, some Nopinz Aero socks, arm warmers, some extra frame bags. They go in like the little storage unit on the MOG, so I'll throw some stuff in there for the race. Just extra spares just to be safe. My main race shoes, helmets. I'll bring my Game Changer, and then the new air breaker from Avis. Most likely we'll race in the air breaker, but bringing them both just to the side once we're there. In the helmet, got some overshoes, some of the Tover shoes from Nopinz, some aero gloves, and then just some regular gloves. Laundry bags, just an extra little string bag just to carry stuff just in case. Got all my water bottles in here, which in hindsight I could have put water bottles on my bike. I didn't even put any in the bottle cages, so that was kind of dumb. I guess I could still do that later, but whatever. Some sunglasses, some more sunglasses here. Got my computer, heart rate monitor. In here, some extra batteries, some Sharpies,
And then I'll also most likely put batteries in here as well. So I have the one that I just took off my bike. Then I have some extras, but I will charge them too. And then just regular clothes, and that's everything. Like I said, I'll put some tools and stuff in there too in the suitcase, and then some other last minute things like headphones and chargers and stuff that I'm still using right now. But that's everything. So yeah, honestly, very similar to what I brought to Europe, just because kind of similar gist. I mean, a little bit less stuff just because there's going to be so many suppliers and a lot of my partners are going to be there too. So if I really need stuff, they'll be able to help me out. But yeah, just got to make sure you have everything you need just in case. So yeah, we're almost there. I didn't think it would take me like an hour to pack. Didn't think it would take me like 8 hours to pack, but we're making good timing. So I'm gonna kind of keep rolling on this. Maybe have a snack, and then we'll talk a little bit just mindset going into the race. So check in with you guys here in a little bit. All right, we are basically all packed up, ready to go. Had dinner, having a little popcorn. Not late, not early, about 7 o'clock. Got the end of the Masters on. Also watching that. Rory, he might save it. But yeah, pretty much all packed up and ready to go. The only stuff I haven't packed up is like the stuff I'm still using, like my notebooks or um, my iPad, my Kindle, stuff like that. That'll take me 2 seconds to pack up tomorrow or tonight, whenever I'm done using it all. And then we're ready to go. So fly out tomorrow night. So I'll still go to work tomorrow. Try to get a ride in, just do a short recovery ride, and then we'll be ready to go racing. So I think it's like a 4.5 hour flight. Should get there like 9-ish local time, and then head over to the Airbnb. Try to get settled in. Try to get some sleep, and then yeah, we'll be ready to roll. So I'm excited for it. It's been a long winter preparing for this. It's obviously been the main goal. Really, the only goal for the year is trying to be a wild card, trying to get that spot. And, I've put a lot of pressure on myself to try to prove to myself that I belong in the series and, in the elite category, period. And, it's difficult, trying to balance it all, with work, racing, family, my girlfriend, everything. Like you have so much stuff pulling you in so many directions, and sometimes it's hard to figure out where the racing fits in when you're not actually, a professional. And sometimes it maybe feels like you don't belong, and especially as the sport's gotten, or I guess I should say the discipline has gotten more professional. I kind of feel like I'm going to be the odd man out, and that's hard. uh I'm just having an absolute blast doing what I'm doing. And there's definitely certain evolutions in the sport and the discipline that were going to come as it grew. Stuff like elite only support uh um, zones, sag locate or feed locations, I should say, feed zones. Like we're doing an Unbound, separate race days. Mid-South did it earlier this year. We're doing it. I race Thursday, the amateurs race Friday, which I'm excited for because, like my dad, I get to be in the feed zone for him, something I've never gotten to do, and it'll be nice to kind of pay it back to him a little bit. But yeah, there definitely gets to a point where I can't sustain it, and I get kind of see as it stands the writing is on the wall, and maybe I am able to get a wild card things are able to progress and somehow, some way, come June, I'm an actual professional cyclist. And, I like nothing more than that, but, I'm also realistic to know how hard that would be to do. And so, yeah, it does kind of feel like you're maybe being pushed out a little bit. And, that's hard pill to swallow sometimes. But in the same breath, I look at it as like my year is kind of two. Um, it's the first half of the year, and the second is two separate seasons. And the way I look at it is I got 6 weeks now, right? I think six weeks until Unbound, and from now until then, it's full gas, leave nothing on the table, and give it everything I have, because I don't know what it's going to look like after that. Obviously I'm still going to race. I'm not saying I'm not, but I don't know what the future will hold in that sense. So, for the next 6 weeks, I'll, try to really stay focused and fully immerse myself in the Unbound prep and everything. And, we'll see what happens. I don't want to, if I do kind of get quote unquote pushed out, I don't want to feel like I left anything on the table. And, as of right now, I don't feel like I have. And I want to continue that mentality, continue that, continue the dream that I had when I started this, 5 years ago, racing gravel. I mean, I'm excited. This is my fifth Unbound. It's too bad I did DNF the one year that, this wouldn't be a 1,000 mile club attempt. But no, I'm excited to, like I said, leave it all out there and, really see, where I stand. I think I'm fully capable of being a top guy. And, I don't know what that's going to look like in terms of a finish. I don't know if a top 15, top 25, top 35, I don't know what is realistic. But, I think I kind of know what I need to do results wise to be a contender in the Grand Prix. And it's going to be a lofty goal, but I think I'm up for it. And, we'll see what happens. So, regardless, like I said, I'm excited to go out there, with everything that is going on, with all the stress associated with it. At the end of the day, I'm excited because I do get to go race my bike. And, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm really grateful and excited for that. I'm excited, that my family's going to be out there, that my girlfriend's going to be out there. I really think it'll be a super fun trip. And yeah, just, today was a long day. It's been a long week mentally, just as you get closer and closer to it. But, I'm just ready to get there and get rolling. So, yeah, that's, I think we'll wrap it up there. I guess it's about 7 o'clock here, so I'm gonna finish my snack. Probably have a creamy, my ice cream, and the Ninja Creamy, and relax for one last night in my bed before we head out to California. So I appreciate everyone who's followed along on this build. I know videos kind of took a little bit of a break here and there, but I really wanted to lock in on the videos and have some good content for you guys for the Sea Otter build. And then, yeah, hopefully, now I'll have a couple extra people to help out. Maybe we'll get some real footage from Sea Otter. Maybe do a real good, kind of interview style. I guess Rory won. Yeah, good documentary vlog, a good, video series we can get, or not series, but good video recap of the race. So, and the total week. And yeah, so hopefully can put something together there. But regardless, you can follow along on my social media. I'll be posting every day. So yeah, like I said, appreciate everyone who's watched, supported, all the kind words and everything. And yeah, hopefully we can walk away with some positives. So thank you for watching. If you haven't, like and subscribe, follow my socials, stay up to date with all Sea Otter week, and I will see you guys soon.